Thunderstorms roll through the basin.
And now it's lying on the side in the street, but luckily,
CBS 7 News is tracking winter weather throughout West Texas.
Reporting in Pecos.
This is not just a 3-inch snow. 3 inches is going to be the bottom end.
On air, on your mobile device, and at CBS7.com, our weather team is live where you are.
Here is a live look outside in Odessa right now from the Music City Mall. You can see snow blanketing the parking lot, even covering the tops of cars at the dealership. We've seen 4 to 5 inches here in the metro area. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matthew Villanueva. For some West Texans, it was a day of fun in the snow. For others, it was slippery and frightening. Nearby New Mexico declaring a state of emergency and closing many of its main roadways. CBS 7 News has been keeping you up to date with all the latest weather developments in your area to make sure all of our viewers are kept safe. Weather specialist Daryl Ward is in the Pinpoint Weather Center. Daryl, how much more snow will fall tonight?
Well, Matthew, we do have a chance. Actually, there is snow out there now, and we could see another couple of inches before we are done with this winter storm on into the early morning hours on Monday. Let's look at our Pinpoint 4x4 radar. Right now, snow in the area. As you can see, the light blue and kind of white shading there, that is the snow that is falling right now as we speak. And as we put it in motion over about the last hour or so, you can see a counterclockwise rotation there as that storm system generating all this slowly moves eastward. We're now seeing the wraparound snow from that coming around over the top and around the backside of that storm system, and we could see that continue for another couple, 3 hours before we are finally done with the snow. So be ready for continued cold, and the warnings are still in effect. The blizzard warning for the pink shaded area, northern end of the Permian Basin, southeast New Mexico, until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and the winter storm warning in effect for the rest of the Permian Basin again until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning because of the amount of snow that has fallen, the snow that is still falling, and windy conditions that look like they're going to stay with us for another few hours yet. Now, I'll come back in a few minutes with your Pinpoint 7-day forecast and a look at when we're going to finally start getting out of this snow situation. Matthew?
Thanks, Dale. Roads are starting to close overnight. Here's a look at the 2nd and Grant underpass in Odessa. It was closed off shortly after 6 this evening. No word yet on when it will be reopened. There are also other closings around Texas and New Mexico. Just into the newsroom minutes ago, TxDOT closed off Highway 385 north of Andrews due to deteriorating conditions. Highway 176 west of Andrews also now closed because EMS officials have been working too many crashes. New Mexico also has many roads closed in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Portales. And as a result of this winter storm, approximately 4,000 basin residents are experiencing power outages. The affected counties include Borden, Dawson, Fisher, Glasscock, Howard, Martin, Midland, Mitchell, Nolan, Reagan, Scurry, and Sterling. Due to the severe weather and icy roads in the area, Sharyland does not yet have an estimated time of restoration. According to a press release by Sharyland Utilities, crews have been working throughout the day to restore power, focusing mainly on residential customers in the area. Customers are reminded not to attempt to move a down power line and to call the number on your screen to report any outages. Take a look at this video. A Union Pacific spokesperson said a train derailed at the yard in Monahans. There were no injuries reported and no harm to the environment or community. Weather is likely the cause. Rain, snow, and sleet have gripped the basin, grinding traffic to a halt and disrupting daily life. CBS 7's Christopher Saul spoke with residents to see how they are affected.
this winter weather you see coming down right in front of me has affected people living here in the basin and people that are just passing through. Warda Davis and her family spent Christmas with a military relative at Fort Bliss near El Paso. They never expected this weather in West Texas.
These are 70 degrees on Christmas Day in Maryland. Yeah. And so we're like, oh, we came to Texas to get snowed out. Who would have thunk it?
It took them an extra 2 hours in their red Toyota just to reach Odessa and end the first leg of their journey back to Maryland.
And then we saw some of the very cars flying by us in ditches. So it was pretty bad.
Heavy winds caused trouble for locals as well, leaving debris and close calls in the streets, including this 30-plus foot tree.
Luckily, it's a rent house, and luckily no one's in it right now, but I mean, if there had been a car parked there, it would have been gone.
The dead tree stood unattended for nearly 2 years.
I figured it would have come down before. It's been dead for about 2 years. They should have been cut down a long time ago, but the wind was really, really blowing.
We're expecting this wintry weather to stay here in the basin until Monday morning, so be sure to download our weather app and our CBS 7 News app. For now in Odessa, Christopher Saul, CBS 7 News.
Definitely not a convenience. Thank you, Chris. Snowfall came down fast and heavy with blizzard and severe weather warnings in much of the basin. CBS 7's John Traffinstead tracked the storm in Midland. He is live there. John, what's it looking like now?
Definitely, you can still see a lot of the snow behind me. It's actually built so far up, you can hear the alarm for the security gate because it doesn't want to close. It's definitely made driving a treacherous situation all throughout Midland, but a lot of Midlanders took advantage of all this snow today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is playing. This is living and playing. When you're not at work, this is living and playing.
Snowball fights and fun times for some families in Midland during Sunday's snowstorm.
Insane, but awesome. We get to play in it. We get to play in it.
All this after an unseasonably warm Christmas.
It's awesome. Here in West Texas, you never know what you're going to get.
But the weather made travel next to impossible in some places. Snow and ice covered many of the roadways in Midland, leaving most people planning to stay off the roads.
Not at all. Staying in, playing out in the streets.
And this snowstorm is expected to continue through the early morning hours. If you do need to drive, do so very carefully. If not, stay in. Live in Midland, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News.
Thank you, John. Keep warm. 59 people are stranded in the city of Balmaray, and the city has opened up its community center to hold the travelers. Hazardous road conditions kept many people from driving. Fortunately, the Red Cross established a permanent emergency command center in the small town just last week for times like this, delivering 75 cots and blankets. Mayor Davis says he's in talks with neighboring cities and Red Cross for additional help, but are making do with what they have. CBS 7's Deanne Lopez has also been out in the cold all day visiting with local agencies who've been trying to keep the homeless out of this winter storm. She joins us now with their story.
It's hard to imagine anyone having to sleep outdoors tonight in tents such as these, which is why local ministries are bearing the cold to make sure our homeless are taken care of.
We've seen the blizzard coming, and Tracy Archer, she's the founder of Salt and Light Ministries, and she's been doing this for 4 years after one of her people that she fed passed away out and froze.
Cecilia Wingfield is just one of dozens of volunteers with both the Salt and Light Ministry and First Assembly of God Church who will be staying up all night long to help keep the homeless out of this winter storm. She and others drove throughout Odessa and already came across several people staying on the streets, not knowing where to turn to for help. With what little money the church had, Wingfield says they've put up a few families in hotels for the night.
We've got a place that we call home. We can go and turn on the heat. This is it for them. And a lot of them, it's not because of drugs. It's not because of any of that.
For many like Anthony Kabuchi, who moved to Odessa hoping for a better life, found that work hasn't been easy to find.
I applied for about 30 jobs locally, but I've had no luck. I mean, nobody's really hiring till around the 1st. They're going to look at the applications till around the 1st. So it's kind of like I'm between a rock and a hard place. I'm just hoping. I pray every day, and I hope God looks favorably upon me.
With temperatures expected to stay below freezing, these local ministries say they can use all the help they can get. If you'd like to make a donation to them, you can visit our website at cbs7.com. Reporting in Odessa, Deanne Lopez, CBS 7 News.
Thank you, Deanne. Now let's take a look at Pecos. This is a video in Pecos from earlier in the day. You can see a wintry mix falling. It continued to fall all day today. Videos are rolling into the newsroom of snowfall across West Texas. Take a look at this video from Redford. Just a beautiful sight. Other photos from Balmaray State Park. Snowfall totals in some areas are reaching 6 to 8 inches. And here is another picture from Redford, Texas, that a viewer sent in through our Facebook page. It seems like lots of people are enjoying the weather around the area.